lot of sales managers, and one of the questions that keeps coming up is how do you create buy-in, or how do you generate buy-in with your sales team? The first thing is this: people don't buy into what they don't believe in, nor do people buy into what they can't contribute to. Okay? Think of it this way. If you want to create buy-in with your sales team, you have to be able to communicate a clear and shared vision that they want to buy into so that they have something to get behind. If you're just trying to do a transactional type of leadership where you say, you know what, you're going to get this benefit if you do these things, right? That's fine, but that doesn't create buy-in. Buy-in is generated whenever your salespeople want to do or perform for something bigger than themselves. Okay, if they're just focused on the transaction of giving this so I can get that, they're only going to buy into what benefits them. Okay, if you want them to buy into your business or for your sales vision, you have to create and communicate a vision that they want to get behind. Here's the first step. The vision, first of all, is understanding or having a vivid mental image of where you want your business to be. Okay? At some point in the future, you want your business to look a certain way. You want your sales to be a certain way. You want your income to be a certain way. You want your lead generation to be a certain way. You want your salespeople to look a certain way or behave a certain way. You want a number of things that all encompass what your vision is for the future of your organization. You have to communicate that in a way that generates buy-in from your employees. Otherwise, they're only going to focus on selfish wants, right? Makes perfect sense. Buy-in for your organization is not based on transactions. It's based on leadership that communicates a clear and shared vision, and here's how you do it. The first thing is you have to understand where your organization is currently, the reality of your current organizational situation. What are your core ideologies or your core values that encompass your entire organization? If you understand those, you can start pointing those ideologies or those values toward a future destination that you want your business to be at. The second thing is this: what is the reality of your sales team? Right? How does each person contribute to your organization? If you understand how each salesperson contributes to your organization, what value they bring, you can utilize that value so that you can create or align their values with the values and ideologies of your organization so that you can move both into a direction that you create a shared vision that everyone wants to buy into. Let me give you an example. If you have a salesperson who is very strong at generating leads, they bring value by bringing leads into the organization. You may have another salesperson that's very strong at closing deals. Okay? You want to utilize that person to help increase or improve the closing ratio of your deals. You have to identify which salesperson contributes in which way so that you can motivate and maneuver each person to buy into this shared vision for your future. The second thing is this: you have to have an optimistic view of the future of your organization. Now, during times of chaos and struggle and trials, it's difficult to have an optimistic view. Those are the most important times to have an optimistic view. I've talked with a lot of business leaders and a lot of sales managers who have struggled specifically during recent times with a pandemic going on in the world and businesses shutting down, businesses losing business, right? Having an optimistic view within the midst of these struggles can be a difficult thing. But having this optimistic view will also allow you to create a vision that motivates your sales team about moving forward into a positive direction. For instance, my sales team, we struggled for a little bit. We had to rearrange some people. We had to move some things around, start some different things, take some different approaches. And as a result, we're increasing our sales when a lot of other places in our business are decreasing in sales. It's because I have a vision and I am able to identify which salesperson contributes and how they contribute so that I can focus on how they contribute and motivate them so that they can buy into the direction that we're going. Those are the things that you have to get done in order for you to move forward. The second thing is you have to clearly, or the third thing, you have to clearly articulate the direction that you're going. You have to continually remind your sales team the direction that you're going so that they can see it for themselves and that they want to get there. Okay? I do a lot of one-on-one coaching with my sales team, where I go to each one individually and I say, look, here's where you're at, this is what you're doing, but this is your potential and this is where we're going. I identify some of the barriers that might be holding them back, and then I show them how they can move past those, because the direction we're going as a team requires them to participate. Without them, we won't get where we're going. You see, a lot of sales managers want to tell their salespeople what to do and think that, you know what, if I tell them what to do, they're going to do it and buy in, and then we'll go where we want to go. It doesn't work that way. You see, creating buy-in with your sales team means that you have to move around from your perspective and begin to understand the perspective of each of your sales team. You need to understand what they see and how they see themselves contributing, as well as what you see in them and what their potential is, so that you can merge both what you see as their potential and what they see as where their reality is, so that they can buy into a new idea for what their future holds. You can challenge them with some extreme goals that will push them hard, but you have to do it in a way that you're communicating a vision and a direction for them that they can get behind. If you do those things, you're going to generate much more buy-in from your team, and you'll create a better atmosphere in which your team will begin focusing on what the vision of the organization is instead of just what they can get from the organization, which is their paychecks.